Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Charles Soul, also known as the Soulman, and welcome to another monthly recap video for March. There's been a lot going on with March, as well as a lot of stuff going on with me, so let's get down right to all the games that I played throughout March. And I'm also including this week, the first week of April as well, since for April, this video is going to be around the 5th to 6th of the date, so compared to the other ones that were like right on Saturday, this one's a little bit later, so that's another thing. But let's get to the games. So, the streams have been pretty alright with some of the games. One of these games was Everhood 2. The month before, within February, I played Everhood 1 for the first time, and I was able to play the new one, Everhood 2, and be finished with that, or complete it. It was an alright game. Like, there was a couple things I didn't like. Both story-wise and combat-wise, but there was a lot of cool character ideas, a lot of cool artworks, as well as like animation and all that other stuff. It was a really good game, and I would probably recommend it if you haven't tried it yet. The next game that I played as well was Soul Reaver 1 and 2, the remastered versions. And Soul Reaver 1 I did enjoy. I did get a lot of help with a follower within my chat who probably played that game a lot back in the day. But I got to play that. I enjoyed Soul Reaver 1 a lot, by the way. Like, Soul Reaver 1 within the remaster was pretty good. I love that they have a button that allows you to feature the old one as well as the new one in terms of like the graphical design. Like, those were pretty good. Soul Reaver 2 was alright. Like, the problem that I had with Soul Reaver 2 mainly reside with, ironically, two problems. One was that compared to the first game, which was somewhat non-linear, the second one was a lot more linear, I feel like. Like, the only thing that wasn't linear was the timeline stuff. But that even was linear as well, now that I think about it, because you had, like, this straight path of, like, the Seraphim Temple all the way to the, I forget what the last part was within the normal first timeline. But I think it was either the chamber or the caves. No, it was Janos Oldring's temple. That's what it was. So, from the Seraphim Temple to Janos Oldring, there was like a clear path with that, but it would change with each timeline that you would go through. But it would still be linear. You would just be going back and forth, and then back with that. And I felt like looking back, I felt like that was not something that I really enjoyed, because it was just reusing a lot of the same zones, just changing it up within the different timelines. The story was alright. Like, the story was pretty fine. But the second thing that I didn't like was the combat. The combat was definitely a lot more focused within the second game than it was within the first. The combat focus for the second game was not good. I barely could dodge anything. The block system is so stupid. And they changed a lot of the controls that the first game had compared to the second game. Like, in the first game, if you had your Soul Reaver weapon, you could shoot out projectiles. With this one, you had to aim in first person with a different button scheme, in order to shoot those. And it messed with my head a lot, as well as kind of kill off a lot of enjoyment for the combat of the game. But overall, I was able to complete it. It was pretty good. I would probably recommend the first game over the second one, but if you haven't tried both those games out, I would recommend both of them if you haven't tried it already. The next game was Yakuza. It's a game I tried out but didn't finish it, or Yakuza Simulator, the the quote-unquote spiritual successor to Assassin's Creed Shadows, which had come out a couple days before this game. And that game was fun. It was basically like a roguelike type of game, since you had to like reset every time you died. I'm sure there are people who completed it a lot more better than I did. But I tried that out and it was alright. So the other game, and this is from within the first week of April, around that time too, which was a little rough, but speaking of rough, the first one was Final Fantasy VII OG. So I wanted to play this game, I wanted to try it out, but the problem is that it would not work. For the Steam version, you had to set up a Square Enix account. Thankfully I did, considering I had played Final Fantasy XIV in the past, the MMO. So I already had my account for that. But you also had to get within the game, but you can't alt-tab with the game, because if I alt-tabbed within the game, it would just block out the black screen within the first monitor, but the second monitor would be fine, which was weird because both of these monitors are connected within the same PC as well as completely compatible with each other. So there was something wrong with the game that kept messing with the monitor. There was someone that had come to my chat later that time for me to try out something called Seventh Heaven, but even then, from setting up those settings, even the person didn't know what. Even the person thought it was weird that this wasn't working. So I don't know. Maybe in the future I can probably set something up for it, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get to play it fully. The other game I got to try out was Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill was pretty fun. It's very aim heavy. Like, I'm not that very good with FPS games, first-person shooter games, and it felt like that, but a bit more Doom-styled, as well as a mix of Devil May Cry with the combo system. So, I thought it was alright. I thought it was a little fun. I didn't finish it, but I tried it out, and it was alright. So I'd probably recommend it if you haven't. The next game, however, was Edna Dream Barbecue, and this was a much newer game that had just released a couple days ago, within the time of the game in this video. This game legitimately gave me a headache because I was trying, during the first part of the game, I was trying to understand what the game was even about. Like, I heard from friends that there was like this YouTube series of all this stuff with the creator named Joel G, but I never checked that out, and I feel like every time that I was trying to decipher or trying to think, what is happening? What am I doing? Is there a purpose of my character going through all this stuff? Like, what does it mean? And because I wasn't able to figure any of that out, it was giving me a legitimate serious headache of trying to decipher it, and I had to end stream early during that time. So, it was rough, but the last game that I tried out before the time of this video was Raft. Now, Raft was alright. It's a survival game, but it's basically ocean world. but if it was a survival game. It was alright. There was some jankiness stuff to it, and also some weird resource system that I just couldn't get the hang of, at least for myself. But I'm sure there are a lot of people that enjoyed those games a lot more than I did, and I hope they did, because these games, as much as I'm not fully playing these games, I'm still trying these out, as well as like trying to experience it. And I feel like people should be able to experience these games as well, and see if they enjoy it or not. But those were the games that I was able to stream during the past month. There were some games that I played off stream, like Marvel Rivals and Binding of Isaac, mostly for myself. Like, there are a lot of games that I could play continuously for stream, but there are also a lot of games that I don't have that I can't do that. So, within the Marvel Rivals stuff, I've pretty much put off stream. If they set up like Twitch drops and stuff like that, I might put it up to stream. But it depends if they fix their freeze frames. But I did see Season 2 and some of the technical stuff that they were willing to fix as well, and it included that. So by the time Season 2 comes out and I test it out off stream, if it legitimately works, then I will stream Marvel Rivals again as best as I can. As for Isaac, I'm just going to keep that off stream just for myself to enjoy. Just a little something for me to enjoy. So, those were all the games. And as for the progress of followers and stuff like that, for Twitch, I managed to get 73 followers, which was pretty good. Pretty good. Like, it's growing slowly. I'm not doing a lot of like promotional stuff or like advertising or even doing stuff like other weird small streamers would do, was just go into other people's chat and promote that stuff. Like, for myself, I've just been keeping it to myself and letting people who come across these channels come at it at a new experience and see how they enjoy it. Granted, the past few days were not good, but I hope some of the people who were able to see the games that I did enjoy have fun within those streams as well. For Twitter, I got 60 followers, which is a bit of a decrease, but granted, I don't use Twitter a whole lot. I just usually check it for news stuff within my other favorite content creators that I watch, as well as posting the links to my stream channel in case anyone from Twitter wanted to check out from Twitch. And speaking of Twitter, I finally set up a new Blue Sky account. So within this video, in the description, I will post the Blue Sky profile, and I'll be able to have it shared on there. I'll probably make a post of it at some point and post it, or I could post a video actually to that, and let people who don't use Twitter be able to use that as well. And as for video stuff for YouTube, I have 4 subscribers, which honestly I don't really care much about, because with my YouTube account, it's pretty much for myself, watching other content creators, as well as like uploading all the VODs as well as these monthly videos. Like, I don't use it as like a self-create platform kind of thing, mostly because there's not much for me to do within that kind of thing. So being able to just have the normal streams as well as the recaps, that's fine with me, honestly. But if there's any suggestions or stuff that you guys might want to see that is related to this stuff, please let me down in the comments. I'll be able to check them out if I can. But overall, March it was a bit of a 50-50 for me. Like, there was a lot of good, but there was also a lot of bad. Some of it from the games that weren't able to play or didn't enjoy, as well as just personally with some of the fatigue that I've had with some of the streaming, which I pretty much expected with the schedule that I currently had, which was rough, honestly. But I decided that I'm also going to be rechanging the schedule. So by the time I have this video uploaded, I will have all the stuff that is within the schedule tab of my Twitch channel of the times that I will be streaming. But in case people don't check it or check this video first, the new time is going to be 1 p.m. as the start time for my streams around that time, and I will end the streams around 5:30. So it'll pretty much be 4 hours and 30 minutes long of a stream, which is a lot shorter than most of the other streams, but considering some of the games that I play and how long they can be, or how short sometimes they can be, I feel like this is a bit more of a healthier time for me as well, and be able to and hopefully by regulating all this stuff it'll be a lot easier. But speaking of which, I'm also going to be I'm going to be changing my break days. So Saturday is still going to be my break day, but I'm going to add 1.5 of a break day. So Sunday is going to be a full break day, but Tuesday is going to be a mixed bag of like if I feel like I want to stream or not. So it really depends on how much I post within the channel and stuff like that, and be able to do that kind of stuff. And I feel like giving myself some break days is a lot more healthier for me, mostly because it can make me feel a bit more energized for the streams. Because with a lot of the streams that I've played throughout the time of March and April, I've kind of felt a bit low energied and low motivated. By having these more limited days of weekdays of being able to stream, I feel like that would give me enough time as well as enough energy to be able to put more into the streams as well as the games that I might be able to play. I'm crossing my fingers that I get some good games to play. But speaking of which, I moved this a bit. But speaking of which, April, this month, what games will I be playing for this month? So, this Monday, which will probably be the 7th, I will be playing Undertale for the first time. That'll probably be on the 7th around 1 p.m. I don't know what to expect with Undertale. I've definitely checked some of the stuff out within that game, mostly within the past, but I've never got to experience. It's the same deal with like Everhood. I never got to experience the game, but I had seen stuff from the past before and checked that out. So this will probably be a semi-blind kind of playthrough in a way, but I'm hoping I get some good enjoyment from it as well, and anyone who probably watch as well. And after Everhood, I will most likely play Deltarune in anticipation for the new chapters as well, Chapter 3 and 4, that will be coming out within June. Granted, I will have something to do in May, but considering that Silksong was semi-announced within May, I've decided to play Hollow Knight. I decided to play Hollow Knight for May. So I'm a little nervous with that one because It's a game that I have played before in the past, but not played, or rather, I haven't fully completed. I had stopped in Path of Pain, which was abysmal, but hopefully within the time that I play it, within May, get a new experience with it as well as play it on stream for the first time. It'll be a bit more enjoyable. So I'm curious to see how I do with these games, and if there's any times that I have new games or need to decide on a new game, I have the Wheel of Faith, or the Wheel of Fate, which will decide the next game that I will be playing. I have showed it on stream before. It might be within one of the VODs that I've posted on YouTube. Check them out to see the games that I might have on there. Some of them are removed, like the Anita and the Everhood, as well as the Ultra Kill and other stuff, but I'll be sure to show it off within the next stream that will be on Monday. But I'm hoping April will be a good month, with the games that I have lined up, as well as some of the games that I'll be playing, anticipating for May, as well as June. So, that's pretty much all the stuff that I have that had been going on with March, as well as the first week of April. So, yeah. I'm a little excited. I haven't gotten affiliate yet within my channel, which is weird considering I have 73 followers currently. The achievement system that Twitch has is completely confusing. I don't know how it works or how it's even able to be achieved, because within each one I have one missing. I have everything else completed, but it's always one missing from that other. So I'm hoping I get them fully completed. I don't know if it'll be in April. Hopefully it will. But at some point I will get affiliate, and I will try and set up emotes as well as or subscriber emotes, as well as other badges and other stuff for it, and probably try to put my stream characters into the mix as well. So yeah, I'm excited to see what April has for me. I'm hoping it'll be a good month. I do have something planned for Easter in terms of a new outfit, which some of the stuff that you probably have seen on the bucket dude, or the bucket helm back there, and as well as the golden egg that I've now added to the collection, which will be for April as well, for the Easter stream. So yeah, I'm excited to see what April has to offer. And I want to say thank you all to the people who've been following, checking out my streams, my socials, and my channel. It means a lot to me. I'm hoping a lot more will be able to happen as well. A part of me is nervous, but I'm hoping those nerves die out at some point and it just becomes a lot more regulated, and it becomes a lot more easier for me to play. And speaking of nervousness, there is one game that I've pretty much am keeping as a penalization for myself. So the idea is that if I don't post a break day within my socials, specifically Twitter, because I'm still new to Blue Sky, if I don't say the break day of when I will be taking a break day, in case if it's like a doctor's appointment or etc., for myself, if I don't post it on Twitter for 3 days, I have to play one game that I do not want to play on stream. And this is the sneak peek of the game. I'm just going to keep it at that. But yeah, that'll be a penalization for me if I miss 3 days without posting it or giving you guys information on when I would take a break day. So yeah, that is everything for this video. Everything to cover within March. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you all on Monday Bye bye.